And thank you all for coming out for this historic occasion. I'm pleased that you all are here, and I hope that this is the beginning of many such gatherings where we'll have an opportunity to talk about the work that we're doing in Egypt at the tomb of Karakoum in South Asasif and share more discoveries with you. We are making history. Not just the first time we're doing a collaboration with an organization to broadcast an event live around the world via modern technology, but also to share with you other historic events which we'll be uncovering in hopefully the weeks, the months, and years to come. So let me just start. I've got some prepared remarks that I want to share with you just to get the program started. This program is significant because it marks a major turning point in my life in that I've been traveling to Egypt for 30 years now. And I'm just now beginning to understand that all of these trips that I've made to Egypt, all of the reading that I've done, the studies that I've done, the interactions that I've made over the years with different scholars has really been preparing me for the work that I've been doing the last 2.5 years. I'm really beginning to understand that. So this book, Finding Karakoum, the collaborative efforts of a rediscovery of an ancient Egyptian tomb, allows me to just share with you what has brought me to this point and the work that we've done throughout the past 2 years. This book is about the discovery of a tomb in an area of Egypt known as South Asasif, a tomb that was discovered by a Russian-born Egyptologist by the name of Dr. Lena Pistakova in 2005. I had the pleasure of meeting her in 2008, and upon meeting her, she took me down into the tombs, showed me the wonderful things that she was uncovering, and then shared with me that she was running out of money and that it takes X amount of funds to do the work, to repair the tomb. And I made a commitment to her to help her, to get the word out. And so that story is documented in Finding Karakoum. We also talk about in the book the establishment of the Asa Restoration Project, which was an organization that was created in the fall of 2008 to honor my dear friend, my brother, Dr. Asa G. Hilliard III, who passed in Egypt on August the 13th, 2007. And I went to meet his family in Atlanta, share with them my idea of this project, my desire to name it in his memory. They gave me their blessings, and so the Asa Restoration Project was born, and we document that again in the book. But we also want to share with you the story of the people who've been supporting us through the Asa Restoration Project, the various volunteers who have sacrificed their time and their energy to come and spend 2 weeks with us over on the West Bank of Luxor, in the heat, working at the excavation site, doing registration, doing photography, doing excavation. This is our story because many people have been involved in making this event happen. I also want to talk about in this story, in this book, the Egyptian workers, the people who do the hard labor, whose stories are never talked about. Much of what we do because of them. We're there to stimulate their economy. We're there to cultivate relationships with them, personal relationships, family relationships. We were quite pleased this January when a member of our team last summer, Tunisia Bazemore, who's a physician, brought a young man and his father here to have his eyes examined. He was in a car accident and lost sight of one eye. So we brought them over here so that we can run some tests to see how we can help them. So our work that we're doing in Egypt is not just to excavate or restore a tomb, it's also restoring relationships, building relationships that make our lives better. And so this work is so important because it gives us the opportunity to highlight the many discoveries that were made last season. 2010 was a monumental year for us. We made a number of important discoveries that initially began with the reconstruction of a pillar in the first pillared hall. We spent about 4 months reconstructing this one pillar. There are 13 more pillars that have to be reconstructed. The tomb is some 20 feet below the earth. It collapsed, the pillars collapsed, and all of this needs to be restored. And so also last year we had the honor of finding stairs that led to a buried staircase that led to a burial compartment some 30 feet under the earth. And we went down into that burial compartment. And once inside, in the far corner of this spacious room, we found a 26-foot deep shaft that was dug into the living limestone. And we went down that shaft